Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's reported that April 5th, 2019, Seattle musician Shawn Smith was found dead. This is interesting because this is the same day in history that Kurt Cobain and Layne Staley reportedly died, two Seattle musicians. Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, Layne Staley of Alice in Chains. So another Seattle musician on the same date in history. And let's take a peek at the deeper parallels here. So Shawn Smith was born October 28th. He would have turned 54 years old later this year. From his death to his upcoming birthday in 2019 is 206 days. That's the Seattle area code, 206. Also corresponds with the Gematria of Sacrifice. Strangely enough, just yesterday somebody asked me to look into the death of Mark Hubbard, who's another Seattle area celebrity known for building skate parks. He died on the day leaving 206 days left in the year. He died at age 47, like how Seattle's on the 47th parallel. The word rock in Gematria equals 47. So does radio. So the name Shawn Smith, this dead musician, his name equals 44, like Seattle, like Space Needle, like Cobain, as in Kurt Cobain, who in history died 44 days after his 27th birthday. You know about rock stars in the 27 Club? April 5th leaves 270 days left in the year. 270. Ritual equals 27. So there's Cobain, dead 44 days after his 27th birthday. Fateful number, the word kill equals 44. The word execution equals 44. In the case of Layne Staley, who also died on April 5th, by the way, Kurt Cobain and Layne Staley, both of their deaths were somewhat blamed on heroin. Their deaths were 8 years apart. Heroin is called H. H is the 8th letter. Anyhow, Layne Staley, he died at age 34. He died 139 days from his birthday that year. 139 is the 34th prime number. Murder equals 34. So does Nirvana. And think about him dying as the frontman of Alice in Chains on the anniversary of the frontman of Nirvana's death. By the way, Nirvana has the Gematria of 47, like how Seattle's on the 47th parallel. Alice in Chains has Gematria of 82, like how Seattle equals 82. Show you this real quick. Alice in Chains, 82. Notice the 107 as well. Check out Seattle. Seattle 82, 107. And the name Staley has that Gematria of 82 as well. He died shy of his 35th birthday. Staley's also 19 and 82, just like Seattle. And here we are in 2019 on the anniversary of these men's deaths. And again, in case you're new here, you want to know all four of these ciphers. These are the four base ciphers. The alphabetic order, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. That's how Seattle equals 82. S is the 19th letter. And again, Seattle's 19. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So notice A is 1 in both. It changes when you get to J, the 10th letter. The numerology of 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1. K, the 11th letter, becomes 2. L, the 12th letter, becomes 3. You're just adding the digits. 1 plus 2 is 3, all the way up to Z, the 26th letter, is 2 plus 6 is 8. So very intuitive. The next cipher is the alphabetic order in reverse. Z is 1, back to A is 26. The last cipher is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So you learn all these ciphers. You see through the riddles. And with regards to Layne Staley dying 139 days from his birthday, Layne Staley equals 139. And supposedly, he'd been laying there for a week or so. So I think the date of death was technically an estimate, but you can understand why they said it was this day. As for this man, Shawn Smith, dying at age 53, his first band was called Brad. Notice Brad equals 16. 53 is the 16th prime number. This is why you had 16 points in the rigged Super Bowl 53, which we said would be Patriots over Rams before the season began, understanding the code. Again and again, special number. In the world of rig sports, you recently saw Virginia win with 53 points in the Sweet 16. Virginia equals 53. So 53-16 special pairing. The man who helped establish Brad, the band he was with the longest, dead at 53. And there's something else that's interesting about 53. If you write it out as a word, it sums to 122. Seattle is on the 122nd meridian. Kurt Cobain died on a date with 122 numerology. Seattle on the 47th parallel, the 122nd meridian. And again, Nirvana has that gematria of 47. So the other thing worth mentioning is been talking about how this will be a special year for the Seattle Mariners, the baseball team, for some time. A lot of times these sacrifices have to do with the world of sports. It's the Mariners' 43rd season. Mariners is 43 in the most pure cipher. They opened the season on a very significant date, winning 9-7 in their opening game over the Athletics. Notice Mariners 97. They beat the Athletics 97. Oakland Athletics also 97. There's a whole lot more to that ritual. But Seattle's the only city in Major League Baseball that equals 19. It's 2019. Again, it's their 43rd season. Seattle Mariners equals 62. The season began on a date with 62 numerology. They got their 293rd win against the the Athletics. That's the 62nd prime number. But look, I just want you to understand the 4 base ciphers. Look at what happens when I write out baseball. 54, like 54 outs in a complete game. 162 games in a major league season. Notice you get 54 in 2 of the 4 base ciphers. Again, 54 outs. April 5th can be written 5/4. Look at Major League. 45. 108 double stitches on a baseball. Look at Major League Baseball. 162 games in the season. The other year you had the suspicious death of Roy Halladay on November 7th, the day leaving 54 days left in the year. Anyway, you learn these numbers, you see the relevance. Major League Baseball 351, that's the 26th triangular number. Game equals 26. Game 26. Game's also 1982 like baseball. Ball game 26, special number. 53 as well, like the age of death for Brad Smith. So it's not an accident you're reading about this man's death on April 5th. It connects to history. It might very well connect to this Major League Baseball season. And I guess since we're talking Seattle, let's take it one take it one step further here. Yusei Kikuchi. Let me pull up my post on this man. Just want you to understand these things. To see how often people are being murdered as ritual in the world of celebrity. So this Japanese pitcher, after the Mariners just opened the season in Japan, and Ichiro retired in Japan, his native land. Notice, Ichiro is 62. They brought Ichiro back to Seattle at age 44. Again, Seattle's 44, Ichiro 44. He returned to the Mariners at age 44. This year he retired at age 45. But notice Ichiro 62, Seattle Mariners 62. The season began a week early for the Mariners on a date with 62 numerology. Ichiro retired. But then you get this other Japanese player in the Mariners who loses his father right after. And his father died March 30th, 2019, a date with 45 numerology. Again, Major League's 45. Kikuchi, the name of the pitcher, is 45. The pitcher's 27 years old when he loses his father. MLB's 27. The name of the father was Yuji, which equals 43, like Mariners, like how it's their 43rd season. And from the pitcher's 27th, or from the death to the pitcher's upcoming birthday this year is 79 days. Yusei, his first name is 79. Murder's 79. They said the father died from cancer. Cancer 44 like Seattle. The father's name, Gematria of 137, the 33rd prime. He died on March 30th, 3 plus 30, 33. So Just understand this code of letters and numbers, Gematria. It's used daily, literally, worldwide in murder rituals. And again, go check out the songs Gematria, the killing name, and also Murder by Numbers by the Police. According to that song, this is the sport of the elite, and it's the way to the top of your profession. If you haven't read my book, Kurt Cobain's death had a lot to do with Dave Grohl, the biggest beneficiary of his death, as well as Courtney Love, his wife at the time. And if you get my book, it's an instant download ebook. It's over 800 pages long. There's a section right here on the death of Kurt Cobain, as well as many other celebrity deaths. The same year Kurt Cobain died, so did Kristen Pfaff of Hole, another Seattle band. So, by a very familiar pattern. And by the way, heroin has Gematria of 95, so does Speedball. You know, April 5th, the 95th day of the year, heroin connected to the death of Layne Staley and Kurt Cobain. Layne Staley has the Gematria of 95 as well, so there's reasons for the riddles. The patterns are always the same. Murder by numbers to rig sports. It's just like how the year Seattle won its only Super Bowl, Russell Wilson had 206 passing yards. Last year, Robinson Cano got suspended 206 days from his birthday. It's just the same stuff again and again. This code is used so repetitively for so many different things. Murdering people to rigging ball games. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.